You're in a very, shall we say, lopsided district politically. This is not a swing district. So what are you doing in the last few weeks to try to maybe persuade voters to consider you as a candidate?
Yeah, we are in a difficult district. But I am not running as a protest candidate. I'm not running to raise issues. I am running to be the congressman, and I'm convinced we can do that. And so we are on television advertising. We are doing canvassing. We are phone banking. We are text banking. We have billboards up. We are working really hard to get our message to everyone. And I'm confident that those who hear our message will resonate with our message, and that I will have an opportunity to go to Washington and represent the wonderful people of Utah's 3rd District.
Okay, so do you want me to ask? Jump in. Okay, so Utah's 3rd District represents communities whose livelihoods depend on the draw of national parks and monuments and other protected lands. If elected, how would you balance safeguarding the economic interests of those communities and conserving the lands for future generations?
Oh, that's a great question, and the principle is absolutely right. Well, we can do both, right? I look at Timpanogos Cave National Monument as a great example of the economic benefit and that kind of attraction brings to a community, and it can do the same down in the Bears Ears National Monument area down in southern Utah over the next several decades if we proceed and protect that land, and it will be both protected and an economic driver. But we have to remember there are all kinds of different public lands, right? So we've got BLM land and wilderness and national parks and national monuments that some are managed by the park system and some are managed by the BLM, and they all have different rules, and that is fabulous. And so we can create uses that allow everyone in Utah to have access, from cattle ranching all the way through off-road vehicles on federal public land, the right kind of federal public land, right? And so we can. There are so many opportunities. I think about Emery County. So many people drive through Emery County to get to Moab, and they are just missing some amazing, amazing things. And so the opportunity to develop recreation in Emery County is huge. Same in Carbon County. Oh my gosh, beautiful. So yes, there are extensive opportunities. We need to invest and drive that. And the status of a national park, by its very nature, does protect public lands very well. It's not wilderness, but it's very well protected against many activities, including grazing and drilling. But our federal system is great. The key is to keep it in place.
Thanks. I just had one quick question. If we're not going to go to Zoom, I was just wondering, during the pandemic, have you felt like you've been able to? Yeah, I know it's not a normal campaign season, but have you been hindered by the pandemic in terms of reaching people in your district?
It has really been, because in part this is my first campaign, and so I can't compare it to anything else. And in part because I had deep experience as kind of a digital media professional, that it made perfect sense for me to do most of my campaigning via social media and digital. And so it felt perfectly natural. I've been able to connect with voters. But I have also enjoyed the person-to-person, face-to-face stuff. I worked with Karina Brown and Utah's Rotarians to deliver nearly 10 tons of emergency relief supplies to the Navajo Nation back in May. And I've had other opportunities to visit the Navajo. In fact, I'm very proud of having visited Navajo Mountain, which I like to characterize as the most remote community in Utah, because you can't get there from here. You have to drive 90 miles through Arizona to get to Navajo Mountain, Utah. I've been there and met with Commissioner Willie Gray Eyes there extensively, and yes. This has been a special campaign. I'm grateful very much for the experience, and it's been a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.